So now that the X-Men are owned once again by, well, Disney's never owned the X-Men until
but they're
now.
owned by Marvel now.
But they're back into the movie rights anyway.
That happened?
Are part of the Marvel mainstay, yeah.
Now we just need Fantastic Four.
Well, they own all of it. They own, like, except
Wait, they got
for
Fantastic
Spider-Man.
Four from Fox too?
Yes. And Deadpool.
Dude, we could like actually get a good Fantastic Four movie.
The possibilities are endless here. So Disney CEO Bob Iger did confirm that as once the Disney Fox merger goes through, it hasn't gone through yet, but it's pretty much a done deal. Kevin Feige, who is like the godfather of the MCU, I have heard this man's last name pronounced 4 different ways.
Fiji?
I've heard it.
Let's just say Fiji.
I've heard it Feig. I've heard it Feige. Figgy.
Fiji?
I'm just calling him Figgy. There we go. I like Figgy. Mr. Figgy.
Okay.
No, I'm going to say Kevin Feige, because that's probably the nicest that I've heard.
That's so fancy sounding.
Yeah, it does. It's like a
Feige. Sounds like a color.
It's like an old wine.
Yeah.
You know that you pop. Oh, this is from the
Feige collection.
From the Feige collection. The Feige Harvest.
Yeah.
1974. That's a great year. But he will be overseeing the X-Men franchise. Now, Mr. Iger, during this interview with the Hollywood Reporter, stated, "I think it only makes sense. I want to be careful here because of what's been communicated to the Fox folks, but I think they know. It only makes sense for Marvel to be supervised by one entity. There shouldn't be 2 Marvels." And he's basically saying they're not going to keep the X-Men separated from the MCU. They're going to be incorporated. He also further stated that as far as he was asked if Deadpool would become an Avenger, because apparently that was the thing that happened in the comics. I don't know. I don't think it was
unironically.
Probably ironically. He did say, Kevin's got a lot of ideas. I'm not suggesting that's one of them, but who knows? Probably a safe answer. But at first when I read this, I thought, okay, are they just going to keep going with the current X-Men and somehow find a way to incorporate them?
Don't do that.
I wouldn't want that job.
Yeah.
And I don't think they should do that. I don't think anyone is expecting them to do that. Go ahead and reboot the X-Men. Mm-hmm. Please reboot the X-Men. And while you're at it, go ahead and cast that one guy from The Hobbit who played what's his name? What? Thorin. The guy who played Thorin, he needs to be Wolverine.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's a sad time like recasting Wolverine, but it has to happen eventually because now he's off singing in circuses. So, they also need to reboot Fantastic Four. I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see a good Fantastic
Imagine
Four.
a world, Stephen, where there's a good Fantastic Four movie.
I mean, and you have
beyond sight and sound.
Well, what's funny is that Chris Evans played Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, before he played Captain America. Yeah. So
he was like the good part about those movies. I liked his character.
Yeah, I think it wasn't much of a stretch for him to be Johnny Storm because I've seen him in interviews and he's a very like he sounds like a Who. Yeah,
it's awesome.
So yeah, this is I honestly can't wait to see what they do with X-Men, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, incorporating them into the MCU and seeing how they interact with the current established characters. Now we just need to get Spider-Man from Sony and everything will be fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's in the MCU, so
they're sharing him though.
Yeah.
I want Marvel to have exclusive ownership.
But then you won't get the video games.
Video games are separate.
Oh, right.
Let Sony have the video games. Yeah. They know what they're doing there.
Right.
So let them have that. it's just weird too. That's a weird situation where you have two movie studios essentially sharing a character, and it almost seems like either one can do whatever they want with that character.
Yeah. Wait, so Sony could still make a Spider-Man movie?
They made Homecoming.
Sony did?
Yes.
But Marvel,
they got Marvel's help with it.
Huh. Well, okay. Yeah.
Marvel has nothing to do with the Venom movie, though.
Yeah.
Sony's making the Venom movie, which apparently is not going to have anything to do with Spider-Man, but it does.
What?
I don't know. I've heard conflicting reports. I've heard both. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a good movie. No. X-Men in the MCU and Deadpool and Fantastic Four. Yes. Can't make it happen.
Would that be the same enough. Deadpool?
You know what?
I mean, because then wouldn't those movies have to be rated R?
No, I think you can do. I think no, they don't have to be. Oh my goodness! I'm so tired. I want to see those movies, but I don't want to support them because they're so crude.
Right.
I would love to, and I'm in the minority here, and I don't care, but I'd love to see a PG-13 rated Deadpool. Mm-hmm. One that I could feel comfortable taking an older kid of mine to see. Yeah. And I can't do that right now.
Edgy.
Who cares? I like. Wolverine does some really questionable stuff that doesn't show up in the movies at all.
Yeah.
Logan comes close.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, no. Disney size all of them, and we can all be happy until Spider-Man comes in.